I've been seeing a lot of people talk about the cost to mine a Bitcoin, and I would like to show how easy it is to maybe think about that. So say we're under 6,000. I don't think we are currently. This is the morning of the 15th of August, and it's at about 6,300, so a little bounce after the big sell-off, which is nice. So I just I see people talking about it, and I thought, hey, maybe it'd be interesting to double check the mining costs. Now, there's this. I just did a quick search, table of cost to mine Bitcoin by country, and this pretty nice article, which was made in May, has a great JPEG or image of all of the costs. So I think the lowest is Venezuela because they have a sort of socialist, communist energy grid, so very low but very intermittent. And yeah, that's actually very interesting if you want to look into that. People in Venezuela mining cryptocurrency and actually feeding themselves, if that can be believed. And from what I've read, it seems very legitimate. But back to the point, and you can see that the cost to mine a Bitcoin is actually very variable. In Western Europe and in developed nations, it's very high. Australia is like almost 10,000. Ireland, 11,000. Even in places like Rwanda, it's expensive. And so the cost to mine a Bitcoin is variable. Maybe it averages out higher, but Macedonia, Saudi Arabia, even in Turkey, apparently, I mean, I expect these are just on average costs. Apparently in the United States, around 5,000. I don't know how accurate these are, but my point is that it's not like a fixed cost because there are variables. The electricity costs less in, say, Iceland. Let's look. Do you see that here? Iceland, do you not see it? Here we go, Iceland. See, Iceland is less than 5,000. Whereas in the United Kingdom, it's close to 8.5. So not only is that variable, but the big players, they can lock in prices. I think the futures have been a great tool for them because I'm sure they've locked in a lot at the top of the bubble and made crazy profits. But what else? This also doesn't take into account the cost of mining equipment, and that is very expensive as well. And then you've got tariffs and taxes. Everything that I import here in Europe is anything imported from China or the United States, which is over a certain amount, gets a huge VAT hike. So add 20% on to the thousands of dollars it will cost to actually buy the mining equipment, and then you've got the cost to mine. So very expensive. I really think that it's the big players which dictate the ability and price to mine Bitcoin, and since those guys can keep going for a long time, I think $6,000 is nowhere near the actual cost to mine Bitcoin, and I'm not even sure that currently that even affects the price. So because it's getting whipsawed around, it's still correcting after a huge bubble. Yeah, so there are my thoughts. I think it's kind of simple and silly, but I wanted to get it out there because I don't see the official cost to mine a Bitcoin as something which you can just state outright. It's extremely variable. So thanks, and I'll see you next video.